Hello y'all, how's it going? This is Quintus Hazard, and just now they released Volume 3 of PesterQuest, which is our boy Dave Strider. A couple of things before we begin. I'm kind of tired and I'm also not well, so I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm dying. And also, I should have adjusted the settings of my microphone and also the music, so you can hear the music and also hear my voice without me overpowering you. And I'm also kind of sitting back from the microphone. I think this will be okay. I think. So let's begin with A King's Feast of Ass. Let's be real. Let's turn down the volume. Let's be real. As much as you enjoy your new friends, they all seem a little lonely. Like, maybe they don't have any friends besides the ones they talk to online. I'm also kind of adjusting the volume just a little. Is online friendship a reasonable alternative to a more traditional face-to-face friendship? Are relationships, and dare you say families that you choose, not just as important, if not more so, than those you're able to touch and feel? Damn, maybe being a little too real. You decide not to think about it too hard. But if you're being honest with yourself, maybe you aren't terribly interested in the greater context of found family and interpersonal relationships in the instant message era. You've got a fever, and the only cure for this disease called friendship is to madly inconvenience a few teenagers. As much of a delight as it's been to make a young boy face his existential future, rob a woman of her booze stash, and then self-reflect about the value of contextual relationships, it's all felt a little heavy-handed. What you need is an emotional palate cleanser. There are 2 kids left on this tour de force, and both sound like they'd make exquisite friends. Time to go full on easy mode here. You've heard so much about this guy you feel like you've got this one in the goddamn bag. With confidence, you zap yourself onwards. What am I looking at? Oh, you're already here. Wherever here is, it is blisteringly hot. You now instantaneously regret your choice of apparel. Why did you instinctively put your hoodie back on over this robe? Gown? You're the mailman or male person? This must be Dave. Rose mentioned he talked a lot, and as you start to explain, it becomes apparent he is having this conversation at you, not with you. Wow, it is unbelievably humid. Person adjacent. Anyway, Egbert told me he'd show up eventually, which I never doubted for a second, since one of the core tenets of the United States Postal Service is what let you visit 4 extremely specific and spread out teenagers while sweating all over yourself. I like this song. It's like a new song by James Roach, For This Route, which James Roach also wrote, I think, and I hear like the bits of Dave Sprite in the back of it. Practically a crime to not be increasingly moist while out here delivering letters on the roof of a skyrise, which, as you know, is the most effective and legal way to drop off the post. Climbing in a New England pop look and wandering around on the roof with no package. It is actually really cool how much this kid seems to talk at you, but you are barely listening. Has the sun always been that red? Has the sky always been that wavy? You alright? You are hardly alright. You tug at the collar of your soggy mess of a hoodie. This is an overwhelming, oppressive heat. An almost impenetrable air fills your lungs as you try and take a series of shallower and shallower breaths. The world fades to white. God, that's how it was this summer. When you wake up, you're sitting propped up on a cheap futon in front of a large television. A rough approximation of a person does an elaborate series of controlled falls, culminating in what you can only describe as skateboarding for assholes. On your left, Dave exists in a quantum state that is both somehow sitting and laying down, but also neither. With the precision of a Swiss watchmaker, he deftly presses a series of buttons that makes the awful polygon man on screen T-pose and fall face forward into the ground. Seconds later, his skateboard flops helplessly next to him. He doesn't look away from the screen as he speaks. So, I guess you lived. It's not that I'm invested, but John might be sad. Classic John. You try and emulate his incredibly casual body language as you slide your body down the futon. Your legs already barely reach the ground. I really hope I'm not shouting into this microphone, because I'm like keeping an eye on like the voice levels in OBS. Ha, yeah, that guy's a dork, but I taught him everything he knows. You ask him if he taught him how to be a dork. You affect a completely uninterested face as though the sickness of your 3rd-degree burn is not the single most exciting moment of your entire life. God damn. Owned in my own home. Owned within an inch of my life. I'm on the edge, reaching out that hand of friendship, and this chucklehead, long live the king's me. Thousands of gazelles trample my useless body, and Jonathan Taylor Thomas's persona watches on. Who will raise Simba now? Who's going to teach him about combat? Philosophy. Live. By the way, I put your nasty sweatshirt in the shower. The shower? What? The shower? Yeah, it smelled, so I tossed it in there. Round the hot water. You can thank me later. Would someone need that? You don't want to put anyone out. You've already taken so much of their hospitality. Also, you don't think that's how you're supposed to wash clothes. No, my bro's out for a while. It happens sometimes. Probably puppet related. He avoids the laundry minefield by opting for the nuclear option, though you guess that makes sense. There are a lot of puppets around, which strikes you as extremely normal and reasonable and not even a little whack. Yeah, puppets rule, end of story. Shit, close the book on that one. Time for beddy bye, kid. Little man better get his 8 to 10 on snug as a bug in a fucking rug. Tucked the fucking tight as he can be on his way to Slumberland. Nemo who? Never fucking heard of him. Shit, hold on. He sits up to fish something out of his pocket. Ah, a palm, a phone. He gets a phone from his pocket. You're not sure what you're thinking. As a perfectly normal human being from a 100% real and tangible Earth, you know what a cell phone is. What is that, 1st gen? Yikes. He ignores your jab and you pretend not to be reading over his shoulder, though it probably could not be more obvious that you are. Hi, did you meet the mailman? My guy, we have gone over this time and time again. How do I put this in terms you can understand? Have you ever met a mailman in your life? Even in that shitty Costner flick you love, the dude has the decency to at least wear the outfit. Haha, I knew you watched it. No, I never waste my precious time watching even a single one of this Z-list garbage you try to wreck me. I'm just stating stone cold facts. I just read an outline and browsed a few review sites to see what people were saying. I don't know, it sounds like that probably took a lot more time and effort than just watching the movie itself. What am I saying? What I'm saying is, this isn't a mailman. I don't even think this is a person. You have thrust a person-styled entity into my life under the alluring guise of parcel delivery. Which, if I'm understanding right, this clown isn't even very good at on account of how bad they bungled the only delivery that mattered. And I need to put my laptop on charge right now. Small intermission. At least Lalonde had the good sense to be sceptical of this absolute fucking tomfoolery. Don't be a dick, the mailman is cool. John, I cannot stress this enough. You wouldn't know cool if it bit you right in the ass. Can you imagine? No. The dopest person you've ever met chomping away, just really getting up in there, ice cold and ear deep in a king's feast of ass? What the hell are you talking about? Oh, that's where they got the fucking title from. Try to keep up, Egbert. This will be on the quiz. He looks uncharacteristically startled as he glances back in your direction. To find you only a few inches away, adamantly reading his private conversation with a friend. Jesus Christ, you're like a cat. How? How much of that did you see? You definitely didn't see him having a playfully flirtatious chat with a longtime friend, if that's what he's asking you. Dave desperately tries to refocus on his game hijinks. James Roach said he'd feed the John Dave troops. He makes his character, who you can see he is named Tony Cork, do what could be described as some insane flips and shit. Masterful. There's nothing at all flirtatious about two bros discussing eating ass. Just being straight as two arrows who are also straight. I mean, how would that even work? It wouldn't, that's how. That's all there really is to say about that. You reassure him that it is okay to be honest about his feelings. You're not here to judge him. John seems very nice. They would be cute together. Together? Like how? No, don't tell me. I actually don't even give a single shit about this line of thought. You might not have picked this up, but I'm definitely 100% not a homosexual. Pretty much crawling and moist, voluptuous hoes on the regular. He's 13, he isn't. Wait, hoes are real? Hell yeah, hoes are real. And they're damp? Shit, it's like I gotta start at square one with this hapless asshole. What school do you go to? The utter astonishment you feel at this earth-shattering revelation sends your consciousness for a spin when you manage to steel yourself. This isn't your first tough customer. You tell Dave that hose is a gender-neutral term. Anyone could be a hoe if they believe in themselves. Hoe-like behaviour knows no limits, no master. That's true, I'm a hoe. I'm not a hoe. Despite just learning they were real mere moments ago, you are confident that to be a hoe is to be free. Oh, that's pretty dope, I guess. It's not... It's not like I've never thought of it. I mean, for the ironic payoff, obviously. Can you imagine the look on his face? His best bro coming up to him with some dire news. I look up at him, eyes red with tears, as I put a hand on his shoulder and say, John, not to alarm you, but I'm gay now. Your clueless dipshit wiles have finally won me over. No, that sucks. His speech has become even quicker than normal as he stands and paces frantically around the apartment, completely abandoning his poor Tony. Oh, he's having his gay crisis, his gay awakening. I mean, and this is purely hypothetical. If I liked anyone, which I don't on account of being too fucking smooth to tie myself down, it would probably be another one of my friends. You don't know her, she's not from round here. Oh, does he have a crush on Jade? Oh! He's talking about Terezi! He's talking about Terezi, isn't he? So that basically means I can't have a thing for John. Case closed. By unanimous decision, the jury finds in favour of the defendant. Me. Oh, yeah, he's talking about jury. He's talking about Terezi, dude. It seems to you like he's got a lot to think about, and maybe this is a little heavy for the first meeting. You already feel emotionally exhausted. No fucking way, we're in this for the long haul, partner. We are entrenched in this shit. You and me are fighting on the front lines of is he, isn't he, World War I. Troops are spilling over the embankment, armed to the teeth with various literature and pamphlets. I'm already learning so much about myself. Oh, is that good? The enemy is at the gates of my sexuality and our air support is nowhere to be seen. If I don't make it, tell my wife or maybe husband I died like I lived. Completely baller in every conceivable way. This conversation train has not just gone off the rails, but is crashing headfirst into the nearest village. Just some unsuspecting hamlet fallen prey to this out-of-control ride. There is no longer a conversation you have, any say in. You desperately look around the room for anything else to talk about. So, puppets, right? Oh, no. You fucked up, mailman. You opened the floodgates of introspection. We are balls deep in the discourse waters and there's nobody to blame but yourself. He stops pacing to look contemplative. His voice lowers to a mumble. Is he still talking to you? Does he still want to talk about this or not? It is nearly impossible to tell. Now, okay, hear me out. Do I have to come up with a gay name now? Or can I still be Dave? I'm thinking Gave, but let's not kid ourselves. That's the amateur choice. Obviously, my full title would be Gave Strider Dick Rider. Oh, that's what I'm going to call my second-born child. I'm not going to do that. Okay, that's enough. There has got to be a better way than this. You are so tired. Oh dear. So I guess we should load and just say it's dope. It's dope that Malik's hoodie is in Dave's shower. You know, time players and all. Malik and Dave would make a good ship. Dope! Dope! You are definitely the sort of person who says dope often and casually. You tell him, dopely, that you're a person who is not caught up in the small details of decorum or personal propriety. Propriety. I can't speak. In fact, it doesn't bother you at all that you took your only worldly possessions and tossed them in a shower while you were unconscious. What's some light corpse looting among bros? Okay. While it dries, you can wear one of my bro shirts. He usually has a fresh stash hidden in here. Dope. Tight. Sick. Nothing weird about hiding some shirts in the living room. Just gotta have a look-see. Holy shit, there are a lot of puppets in here. Yeah, dude, puppets own. Enough said. My bro's got the market cornered on puppet-based endeavours. Backed up against the wall like a feral beast hissing for more plush-oriented content. Little guy's probably just scared. Just wants to protect its nest and mouth-to-mouth feed its babies only the choicest puppet smoke for a reasonable fee. What the fuck does any of that mean? You look back to Dave, but he's on his phone. God damn, that is so cool, actually. There is something weird about this whole setup that you just can't put your finger on. For one, you can't seem to find any secret shirts anywhere. It's all just puppets and plushes and DJ equipment. Oh my. Yeah, with my bro, you have to think of the potential for ironic payoff. That guy's always one step ahead. Just when you think you've got it figured out, it was all just some trap to make you think you'd gotten his goat. But that goat is long gone. Makes you think maybe there never was a goat. Maybe it was some other barnyard animal all along. You've been duped into looking for a goat like some dumb asshole. Maybe the goat gets you really subvert the whole thing. You take a second to wonder if he is really using the term ironic correctly in this instance. By dictionary definition, yes, a goat getting you is the opposite of how the situation should go. Thank God you settled that. As you're about to reassure Dave that this joke tracks, you catch some movement in the corner of your eye. Was that a camera? It couldn't have possibly been a camera. Oh no, there it is again. There is a camera coming out of the ice dispenser. And looking around, just looks like Dave's room. It whirs softly as you approach, its mechanical eye trained on you. How long has this thing been watching? Is this Dave's? You lean in to take a closer look, but your foot catches on something. You fall flat on your face. Dave seems too engrossed in the conversation he's having on his phone to pay you much mind, occasionally mumbling something out loud a few times before presumably typing it out. You search for whatever it was that made you beef it so royally. You know, beef it, like fall down. That is a real phrase that humans say. A small tripwire stands taut a few inches off the ground. You must not have disturbed it enough to set off whatever contraption it's attached to, apparently. Oh yeah, sometimes they're more of a psych out. You think, oh fuck me, I definitely beefed it, which is a phrase that is real. And you sit there waiting on bated breath, prepared to be fuck deep in velvety marionette dick. And it never comes. You go the rest of your day just waiting for the payoff from your dipshit mistake. And it never comes. You wake up in cold sweats for weeks, yearning for a release that will never find you, and it hits you. You've been fucking bamboozled by the master yet again. There's no elaborate booby trap, no Rube Goldberg device set to enact a series of complicated shenanigans, ultimately resulting in being buried alive in Kermit the Frog's plush amphibious dong. Beautiful, really. Damn, bro, you live like this? I mean, yeah, I guess. Keeps me on my toes. Heels never even met the ground. A prima ballerina with a head full of dreams and nothing to lose. God's gift to plies, ripping a straight tasty tour on lair for my adoring fans. They go apeshit for this sort of thing, but it's just another day in the life for danseur extraordinaire Dave Strider. Haven't fallen for a trap like that since I was a baby. Trained. Real rookie mistake, mailman looking tired, maybe. Drained. Oh my god, is he mumble rapping at you? This is the greatest day of your life. Got more plush ass than a puppet lost and found. King Strider drops the illest fires, 'cause heavy is the crown. Rhyming puppet with puppet. Call that puppet rhymes. Killing all ventriloquists. Puppet on puppet crimes. He goes on like this for some time with what could be described as bars of a similar calibre. The narrative focus shifts to your inner thoughts out of necessity because it turns out writing raps is really hard. He isn't exactly great, but you're not really a rap expert despite what your social media opinions might imply, unless you count Hatch to Dance, which of course you do. Why wouldn't you? Wait. What? What does that mean? Why did you think that? The whole scenario feels a little weird and familiar to you. All these kids feel familiar to you. You learn something new about Dave and you feel like you already sort of know it. You can't place it. Oh, is this a callback to Chixie's Root or something? Despite having met Dave no less than half an hour ago, something feels just slightly off about him. Something about his actions feels so performative in nature, like he's pantomiming in front of an audience. As Dave continues to rap, you remember that you are in front of an audience. You cast a glance over to the camera, but also to the hundreds of stuffed little creatures staring at you with their lifeless eyes. Amidst your revelation, we check back in on Dave because I'm getting paid to write this, so I should probably make with the fucking jokes already. Thanks, James Roach. Master of my tool, I'm the ace. Hardware. Got more shoes than the gardener. Yard care. Nice. The chaotic and surreal energy of the scene sends a shock of nervous energy down your spine. You feel alarmingly nude without the comfort and familiar warmth of your sweater. There is something about it that grounded you. Something that felt like home. Dave concludes his masterpiece with an elaborate series of yeahs and uhs, just as you see the camera turn away from him ever so slightly to focus on something else, before retreating back into the ice dispenser. It almost makes it look a little bashful. That's kind of adorable, really. And I want to make sure I'm not speaking too loudly again. Despite the fanfic you've written in your head about a cool kid and his new best robot friend, the reality of the situation sets in. The cool kid and his new best robot friend, that's a callback to Malek's route. You have yet to make friends with this character, and it all has kind of felt surreal and weird to you. Maybe it's time to zap back and hard reset this continuity to try again. What does that mean? Feels like I'm missing an important part of the puzzle here. Oh, did he hear that? How does this work exactly? Sometimes you just narrate what you're thinking. Kind of a baller move. Why has nobody called you out on this before now? You put your hand on the counter to stabilise yourself, and your fingers brush up against something clandestinely polo. Just barely poking out from beneath a pile of discount plush nobodies is a neatly retail folded shirt. Wear the shirt! Obviously you're going to put the shirt on. You don't want to be the only one not wearing a cool shirt. You need some privacy? I'm not sure where one layer of you ends and the other begins. Doubt the audience cares. What? Oh, you guess being on camera like this is kind of fucking whack, you say, so pointedly your sprite even shows up on screen for a second. Yeah, that's right, we went all out for this one. You were wondering if there was a place here that wasn't under constant surveillance, like, how does this kid take a shit in peace? You know everyone's thinking it. Dope line of questioning that I'm sure the public at large is eager to know the answer to, but my room isn't wired up, no. About to get you fired up, though. Menagerie is multiplying with maybe not this second. Alright, damn. You accompany Dave down the hallway to his room. You hear the shower on as you pass the bathroom, and you peek in to see your hoodie and nice gown on the tile being uselessly wetted by a low-pressure stream. You're welcome, by the way. Dave motions you to go in first. Oh, it's, it's the felt. I like the felt. Giving you the privacy you need to change into an extremely starched polo shirt and nothing else. This collar will not go down. This is absolutely what someone in 2009 would think is fresh as hell. You look around the room for a bit. Oh, I still think polo shirts are fresh as hell. In fact, I'm wearing one right now. There are so many things in here. This would be a 13-year-old's wet dream, but to you it just seems a little much. It feels like this is a bunch of things someone thinks they should like. Let the fan art reflect that you've put on the shirt at this point. There isn't a mirror in here, but you can tell that this is someone out there's idea of a look. The door opens and Dave is standing there, but not walking in. He's leaned up against the door frame, sipping a juice. Where'd he get a juice? What the fuck? Hallway juice, my guy. Hallway juice. What, you don't keep foodstuffs stashed around your house? What do you do when you get hungry? No, that's not it. You mean you usually just keep it in the fridge or whatever? Too obvious. Someone help this useless clown. You assure Dave that you have met many clowns in your day, and only some of them were useless. Name one. You can't. Why did you say that? Clowns are awful. Everybody knows this. Guess he's got you there. You know, despite the overwhelmingly plush decor of the rest of the house, there is a distinct lack of puppets in here. That's more a bros thing. Not that they aren't deliriously sick. Just a whole hospital ward full of the illest children you've ever seen. Each one more up to pup than the last. Up to pup? Yeah, pup. Like puppets. You're gonna be honest, it doesn't really seem like his heart's in it. How do you mean? Well, it's just that he doesn't really seem to be all into the puppets. Feels a little performative. Well, I guess I got my own stuff I'm into. Like if I were to rank it at 1 to 10, I'd say puppets are probably a solid 7. You got this kid on the ropes, just one more push. In fact, you'd even go as far as to say the puppet thing sort of sucks. It is extremely weird. The cameras, the hiding things like an animal, it all seems a little, whack. For a while he just seems to look at you, almost as if he's sizing you up. There is a long stretch where Dave doesn't break eye contact with you as he finishes his cute little juice and crumples it up. He takes an ambitious shot at the trash can and misses by about 7.5 feet. Damn, I could have sworn I had game. You throw me off, mailman. Yes, that is correct. You are a faithful employee of the Postal Service. I mean, I definitely believe you, but let's say I didn't. Let's say I had a cool friend who, even though they're too cool to care about details like this, they're a little skeptical of this whole situation. Maybe they'd want proof you were who you said you were, before they let you get any closer to their friends. Just throwing that hypothetical out there. What proof could he possibly need? Say the oath. What? The oath. The mail oath. Look, the thing about that is, unless you aren't really a mailman. Behind his sunglasses, Dave's eyes shift ever so slightly to what you might describe in a less immediately harrowing situation as a moderately priced-looking mall katana mounted to his wall. You realise that maybe now isn't the best time to come clean about your impeccable ruse. You can't believe you have managed to put yourself in mortal peril yet again. You wordlessly chuckle and shake your head. Oh, the situations you get yourself into. Dave, not privy to your private thoughts for once, looks on. Why, of course you can recite the mailman oath, you say, with a confidence that is as misplaced as it is unfounded. You perk up. Now is your time to shine. Maybe it's the popped collar, but you are feeling good about this one. You got this. You've lied to tons of kids. One more and it'll be smooth sailing from here on out. You open your mouth and there is a brief moment where everything feels like it is going to be okay. You immediately start sobbing and crumples into a disgusting mess on the floor. Oh, fuck. Wow, okay, Jesus Christ. You're not a mailman, you never were, you don't even have a real mailman outfit, you're a fraud, you don't even know how much stamps cost. Oh my god. Jesus, just... okay. It's gonna be alright there, Dave squats down next to your deflated body and pats you a little awkwardly on what he assumes is your shoulder. You say you're sorry you tricked him, you just wanted to impress him because John said he was so cool. It's fine, I guess. Fuck, dude. Get a hold of yourself. He tries to get up, but you are desperately clinging to his shirt, confessing everything. Confessing to made-up crimes you didn't even commit. Look, my guy, we all make mistakes. Please stop whatever this is. I'm pretty sure you're harmless, and I don't think you actually killed anyone with your ass, or were ever an accessory to burning down an alien mall, or whatever insane shit you just said. Yeah, you kinda got caught up in the moment and just started saying made up shit. You ask Dave if he's mad at you. Nah, dude. Get up. Dave helps you back up onto your feet. You come clean in an only slightly more controlled and dignified way this time. You explain how there are these huge gaps in your memory and that you somehow ended up with these abilities that let you traverse space, time, and sometimes even reality itself. Dave doesn't say much for a change, and it doesn't seem like he's listening at first, but you think maybe he just has one of those faces. Let me get this straight. One day you just appeared in a suburb, no memories except that you have some mysterious teleportation power, you dig through some unsuspecting chump's mail looking for clues, and through some ridiculous universal happenstance, you just so happen to stumble upon the most gullible fucking dork in the universe. Befriend him. Also, I'm there via text. Egbert gives you a list of friends to visit, out of all the choices available to you, myself included, and you go see Rose first. Rose fucking Lalonde? Even though we built up such a good rapport when I told John you weren't a real mailman? Called it, by the way. Your first instinct is to visit the most heavy-handed of all of us for some light kinship? A power move, I guess. Mailman out here wave-dashing for friendship. Can't even spare a neutral A for old Strider, huh? Wave him back into the corner, spam your ranged attack for the D-man. a tragedy in 2 acts. Both acts are titled Betrayal. You definitely understand what is being said and absolutely don't have to ask your friends what some cool video game words are. You are 100% not pulling the boldest how do you do fellow kids the world has ever seen. Besides, is that really the thing to be focusing on right now? You fucking ruined me, mailman, of course it is. Nothing is more important to me than this. They say that most humans only use 10% of their brain, that's because I'm using 90% of it to think, how dare you? So anyway, you can really go anywhere. See anybody you want. Sounds nice. For all but a moment the act drops, and you see the corners of his mouth tighten a little. The fading afternoon light filters through his sunglasses at just enough of an angle to see his eyes shift ever so slightly towards the window. These subtle movements would surely be lost on most if you weren't so focused on trying to read him, or even just slightly further away you may have missed it yourself. There was almost a loneliness in his voice. It must be hard to live here by yourself, so far away from the people who care about you. It's possible that you have been so focused on trying to blindly make friends that you've forgotten that in front of you is a real living person. You can't help but wonder if there is something you can do. You said you can take people with you, right? Like if you could teleport John around. Would that work on anybody? This is it. The path to this kid's heart is clear as day. Fuck what you said just now. That friendship juice is so close you can practically fucking taste it. You try not to look excited, affecting Dave's cool persona as you say, fuck yeah, you can take people with you. You scope out your fingernails, because for some reason, that is what you do when you're acting cool. This works to the full extent it can be coming from someone who not but 7 minutes and 32 seconds earlier was rolling around on the floor, damp with their own tears. Did he have some place in mind? Yeah. I mean, I got some ideas I could bounce off you, I guess. How do you feel about... Shh. With a swift finger to his mouth, you cut him off. He doesn't seem to like that very much, but you still consider it a successful manoeuvre. There's no need for words between friends. You know just where he wants to go. You think really hard about it. Think about where you want to be, Dave. Think about what is important to you. Think about what you really want. It'll be more magical this way. Friendship is magic, after all. You just made that up right now. Don't look it up. Damn, guess that's true. He closes his eyes and you put a hand on his shoulder. This is it. Putting your trust in the magic of friendship, you focus this power externally as much as you are able. Flashes of distant but somehow familiar imagery course through you. The quiet stillness of the suburbs, the smell of the forest, the heat of an apartment rooftop, the ocean breeze. You extend it outwards as much as you are able. This is his rodeo. You are merely the vehicle. What the fuck? Oh, fuck yes. The two of you stand near a sign that says, "Please wait to be seated." A very cheery hostess has a brief exchange with Dave and ushers the two of you to an open table. Oh, hell fucking yes. There is no mistaking it. Got to get my motherfucking breadstick on. This is absolutely an Olive Garden. Oh, that's amazing. Fuck yeah it is. When you hear your family, dog. While you're still new to this, you can't really seem to detect any irony in his voice. You thought for sure he'd want to go see his friends. You thought you had him figured out. First and last mistake, mailman. But you'll learn. I'm a mystery. Got that history. Fucked with the plot, my flow so hot they leave you looking blistery. Racially ambiguous. My rhymes contiguous. At the OG with my homie where the breadsticks are continuous. You know what, fuck it, you just let him go for a while. You don't even know if that last one rhymed, but fuck it if you aren't charmed by this little bastard. You lean back in your chair and just absorb it all, sitting in the worst restaurant imaginable with your new rapping teen friend, while the other patrons do their best to ignore his incredible rhymes. After a short while, Dave abruptly stops freestyling and you open your eyes. Oh fuck, you know what time it is? No, your sprite doesn't have a watch drawn on it. It's breadstick 30, no watch necessary. Fuck me, I love breadsticks. I never talk about it. This is a very real and hidden character trait that nobody knows about me. Well, that sounds like a very real and hidden character trait nobody knew about him. And we are certainly not finding this out now because of a series of seemingly unrelated events that possibly change the continuity of this universe, allowing these sort of otherwise narratively unimportant traits to shine through. Wow, he is really going to town on those breadsticks. Maybe this is all friendship needs to be, spending some quality FaceTime with a solid bro, just absolutely decimating some bottomless breadsticks at a bad chain Italian restaurant. Maybe the real lesson here is friendship doesn't have to be a grand gesture or a high adventure. Maybe the real friendship— I understand you're having a moment, but I'm absolutely going to eat your breadsticks if you don't stop talking about what friendship means to you. Yeah man, whatever you want. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. Oh, that's really cute. Okay, now we gotta see what happens when we don't put the polo shirt on. Okay, don't wear the shirt. Actually, you think you're fine as is. No reason to shake it up with yet another outfit we'll have to eventually pay someone to draw. Let's take a second. Reel it in for a little bit. What the fuck is going on here? Isn't this like really messed up? No, what's messed up? Is how you deny my hospitality like this? I offer you someone else's property that you have to find, hidden among countless lifeless puppet corpses, and this is the thanks I get? Real cold, mailman. Damn, maybe I'll wear the shirt to protect me from this chill. Ah, enough. Okay. Like, why isn't he in school? It's the middle of April. It's spring break, bro. Besides, I only subscribe to the School of Hard Knocks. Also several YouTube channels and periodicals. So, pretty sweet deal over here, actually. You know he isn't really like this. You know he doesn't like living like this. Oh damn, is that true? What am I, like? Apparently we got the foremost expert in Dave Law here. PhD in Strider Dynamics. It's the first day of school and I'm here in class eager to learn. Got my pencil out, got my freshest fit on. Got my dope new Trapper Keeper with the Lisa Frank dolphins on it. Look at them on there, smiling like assholes. One blue, one pink, so we know it's not gay. Poor bastards don't know they're a cartoon. Saddest story I ever heard. The little camera switches its focus from Dave back to you, gauging your reaction. Ignoring it, you assert that you aren't trying to say that you know him, just that what? Okay, clearly you've struck some sort of nerve here, but now we're good. Tell me more about my situation. You really have been spending time with Rose, haven't you? Got me all figured out. Don't worry if you gotta look at the Wikipedia article for abandonment issues or whatever, I can wait. Despite how flat his voice is coming out, his body language has made a telltale shift. He's standing leaned up against the back of the futon. His hands are in his pockets. It would also almost seem like he was sulking if you weren't so convinced he wanted to kick your ass. At the edge of your vision, you sense some movement. You didn't catch it exactly, but you're convinced it was there. You look over there and there's nothing to be seen. Perhaps another hidden camera? There is something unsettling about being watched this whole time. There it is again. Every now and then your eyes catch the faintest presence of something moving just out of sight. The whole place feels like it's faintly shifting around. Amid scanning the room, a particularly fucked up looking puppet catches your attention. Oh shit, it's Lil Cal. These little shits are everywhere, but this awful little man's stare stops your heart for just a moment. Its cold eyes pierce you. Its plastered smile judges you. You look at it as briefly as possible, if for no other reason than to note how unsettling it is, before looking back to Dave. You— What the fuck? What? Oh, that's just Cal. Cal's the realest. He certainly seems real to you. You could have sworn he just moved around on his own. Yeah, man, he does that. Don't think about it too hard. See, this is what you mean. It's not that deep. Look, I know you got some hero complex or something. Gotta swoop in and save these kids from themselves. Well, bad news, kid. That's not what this is, and heroes aren't real. John, I understand, but Fool and Rose too? The insane tricks this guy must have pulled. Dave has shifted his weight forward. While his voice has not risen above a low mumble, this is enough of a tell to know that maybe you should back off. This friendship thing is tougher than you thought. You're still on about that, huh? Look, I'm no expert on friendship, minus the fact that I absolutely am. But you ever think that maybe coming into someone's home and fucking with their day-to-day life is a little rude? Just a hypothetical. As per normal, I'm stone cold unbothered by this turn of events. A stoic bastion in that... You're sorry, but did he just say stoic? What? Yeah. Stoic, like unmoved? Does he mean stoic? I mean, I guess... Oh, peas, you've done it now. You weren't trying to embarrass him, oh jeez. Oh, peas, I like that expression, I really do. You try and comfort him by saying that it's okay if he's never heard anyone say the word before. Maybe he's only seen it in text. He frowns and goes quiet. This does not seem to be helping. The kid is completely shut off now. You try and bring up the puppets again. No dice. You even pretend to be super jazzed about Cal, or whatever his name was, seemingly shadow stepping around the apartment. Wow, so cool! Nothing. Dave takes out his phone and begins texting. Ah, is that about you? Oh, beans, is he telling your new friends how much you've beefed it? This could ruin everything. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and this is the most desperate time you can recall. A friendship is on the line. Cal continues to phase in and out like a poorly animated anime character moving so fast you can't keep up. You take a few steps towards Dave. You've got to get him out here and you know what? Just where to take him. About half a second into your stealth mission you clumsily step on a puppet and it makes a pathetic squeak. Dave stops for a second, but after a few moments returns to texting at the speed of sound to whoever is on the other end. Cheese and crackers, you can hear the notification sounds popping off. Whoever it is responding back. You can't waste any more time. You teleport to him as silently as you can. Besides you, Cal's disgusting limp body flops haphazardly on top of a shelf. Guess he's done? No time for this. You slowly reach out your hand. Time to get out of here and fix this. A large adult hand grabs you by the wrist. You turn to see who it belongs to a muscular man in pointy sunglasses, who you wouldn't exactly describe as a twink, and not exactly a hunk, but most definitely not a bear either. In fact, why don't we talk about it for several... oh shit! Before you can begin your extremely important debate, you are flung unceremoniously out of a high-rise apartment complex window. As you re-roll, you think, maybe he was more of a twunk. Oh, I love this. I love it. Oh my god. This was like so refreshing, and I think this is like the first route that James Roach wrote. It is so cool. Like, James is like such a really cool music composer, but like also a really cool writer, it seems. Like, I really enjoyed that. I super enjoyed it. This is probably my favourite route so far, so... Well, I'll see you in 2 weeks for what I can only assume is Jade's route, I guess. So, goodbye.